The Republicans in the House and Senate are going to continue to press in on their investigations.
He said of Republicans, quote, "They're liars. They know it."
Granted during his final months in office, October 1st, 2024, until inauguration day of Trump. Wow.
Okay, let's hop into a Fox News segment talking about what is apparently the biggest scandal of the last century, seemingly talking about Biden and the Autopen. So leave us a like on the video if you can. It helps us out a ton. It lets us know you enjoy the content. And let's hop in knowing we'll have plenty of fact checks to make.
Former President Biden is pushing back against allegations that his staff used the Autopen to sign pardons at the end of his term. Now, it's a topic both chambers of Congress have been investigating. But Biden says those allegations are completely false, telling the New York Times about his clemency decisions, quote, "I made every single one of those." Biden also responded to claims that he was, quote, "incapacitated," while aides allegedly abused the Autopen. He said of Republicans, quote, "They're liars. They know it. They know for certain they've done so badly. They've lied so consistently about almost everything they're doing. The best thing they can do is try to change the focus and focus on something else."
This is stupid for so many reasons, and I mean, I'll try to briefly touch on each. First, I mean, it's just anything at this point to not talk about the Epstein fiasco. Like, they're getting desperate, but you just have to step into their worldview, right? Like, these people genuinely think that there is a list full of elite PDF files, including many in the government, who went to an island with this man to, like, sexualize children, of which Trump said he had, and would release for everyone and have these people held liable for their crimes. But all of a sudden, he's like, nah, this won't happen. And yet that's not a scandal. To that point, many of them are just like, I don't really care if he doesn't release that list. Like, who cares that he's protecting these criminals, these sex offenders, while he was also probably one of them. Yet Biden using an Autopen is a massive scandal. Laughably stupid in its face. But then there's the second part of there being literally no evidence of any of this being true, and Biden went around talking about how he was going to do it. There's multiple speeches of him mentioning it. He did it in interviews. There were talks on his inner circle conversations that he was going to do it. We know this because Fox had a major uproar when he was talking about it. So to now pretend that like, oh, he had no idea and they did it behind his back, like, it's all just dumb fan fiction to, again, distract from the disastrous second Trump term.
He's saying, no, I was completely compass mentis, I mean, I knew everything I was doing. And we just know factually, having seen the debate, that it couldn't possibly be true. And so obviously he is spinning. And it's really unfortunate. I go back to what we said a number of times here on the couch, which is Jill probably shouldn't let him go out and do these interviews, because I don't think they're doing his legacy any favor, because right now we just can't believe him. The other thing I would say real quick is this: bureaucracies all have an Autopen. Generally, however, there is a person who has been delegated very specifically to do that signing. The NYPD, it's not a robot, it's a person that literally signs it.
This is frustrating because what he's saying is so stupid that it would be funny if people weren't actually buying into it. To believe like, oh, one bad debate performance is proof Biden clearly had all these mental issues and couldn't possibly have been knowing what's going on. Like, 2 hours on one night is enough for the untrained eye to diagnose, rather than maybe it was a bad night. Like, that's the more believable thing. When his doctor also disagrees here, but of course, doctor's in on the conspiracy, and Biden after this negotiated a hostage deal. He was regularly doing speeches that went well, or he was firing back at reporters. In fact, the speech he gave the day after the debate was one of Biden's strongest speeches, and he went off script multiple times in that. We covered it on the channel. But of course, Biden has this magic dementia where you magically can read and be fine, but it's only at night or when you go off script or something when it kicks in, or whatever the current conspiratorial description for MAGA is. Like, Biden lost a step for sure. Like, he wasn't where he should have been, and he acted like any old grandpa. But MAGA taking that to do all kinds of insane conspiracies just shows how lost in the sauce these people are.
The Republicans in the House and Senate are going to continue to press in on their investigations, and I think it's important that we understand.
He's reminding us.
Right. He's just giving us more receipts. But look, here are some now. Biden Autopen and Clemency. Biden granted more acts of clemency than any previous president on record. He granted 29% of clemency requests that he received. 96% of his acts of clemency, either pardoning people or commuting their sentences, were granted during his final months in office, October 1st, 2024 until inauguration day of Trump. Wow.
I'm going to lose my mind because I genuinely don't know if I'm like the only person who can see what these people are doing, like how obvious this is. Like these people are just lunatics and they come up with these wild justifications to try and like explain their lunacy, like a deranged stalker X in a movie or something who's like convinced himself that the person loves them or whatever. Like they had some double-digit number of impeachment resolutions against Biden. They went after his son, literally, who wasn't even a part of his administration or the government. They said they'd continue investigating all of them once he left office. They'd investigate all the people in the January 6th committee. They went after multiple Democrats, right? And they're now like, well, we only are going to keep doing this because of the Autopen. Like, we have to, right? We have to. Of course, it's not us. It's the Autopen. Like, first off, not even wrong. Literally wouldn't even void anything he did. So like, what are you talking about? And second, it's all conjecture. And third, it all also lies on this premise that you accept that Biden had dementia to the point that he had no idea what was going on and everyone around him was running the country and they're using the Autopen without his blessing and all of this, which is clearly tinfoil hat level conspiracy that nobody should take serious.